Hello students, we started in इस चैप्टर एसएससी क्लास 8 का एसएससी का पार्ट 1 का बुक का जो चैप्टर 2 है इसका पार्ट 3 लेके तो पार्ट 2 तक तो आप देख लिए थे। तो चलिए इसका पार्ट 3 यहाँ से शुरू होगा, यहाँ तक हो गया था पार्ट 2। तो चलिए यहाँ से ये शुरू हो रहा है पार्ट 3। तो चलिए इसको शुरू करते हैं यहाँ से फटाफट। यहाँ से शुरू होगा बाबर एंड इंडिया। चलो उसको शुरू करते हैं रीडिंग करने फटाफट से। बाबर एंड इंडिया। बाबर left a candid autobiography of great historical value. Babar memories. In it, he comes out as cultured and intellectually curious, with a keen appreciation for architecture, poetry, animals, birds in particular, many of which he lists in some detail, and flora, fruit trees especially. But he was also brutal and ruthless, conquering entire populations of cities, enslaving women and children, and taking pride erecting towers and skulls made from slaughtered people of plundered cities. Babur was not just over Central Asia and found India to be a country of few charms. At the same time, he acknowledged Hindustan a large country and has masses of gold and silver through the rainy season. The air is remarkably fine, not to be surpassed for healthiness and charm. There are countless artisans and workmen of every sort in Hindustan. Perhaps for the last region, especially India's wealth, he decided to stay and build his empire in India rather than return to Central Asia. After Babur's death in 1530, his son Humayun struggled to hold the empire together. Taking advantage of this, Sasuri, a powerful Afghan leader, established the Sur Empire over large parts of North India and introduced many lasting reforms. The empire was short-lived, however, as the humanists soon reconquered lost ground. Before this happened, Hemu, a skilled military commander and chief minister, was under one of the last Suri rulers captured in Delhi and ruled it briefly under the royal name of Hemachandra Vikramaditya. Through enjoying some military successes, he was injured on the battlefield, and second battle of Panipat, when conferred by Babur's grandson Akbar, captured Hemu was brought to Akbar, who had him beheaded. Akbar soon reclaimed Delhi for the Mughals. Akbar declared empire as the 13th upon his father Humayun's accidental death. Akbar set out to bring the entire subcontinent under Mughal control. His region was blended brutally and tolerance, shaped by ambition and strategy in early conquest, following many of predecessors. Example, he showed no mercy at the fort Chittagong in Rajasthan, which he besieged for more than 5 months. In faced determined resistance from the Rajput soldiers, and the inflicted heavy losses on the Mughal army, but in the fort final breach died fighting in large numbers, while hundreds of women committed Jawahar Sea-Box. Akbar ordered massacre of some 3,000 civilians, and surviving women and children were enslaved. Akbar was 25 at the time, and he sent a message a victory which he read. We have success in occupying a number of forts and towns belonging to the infled and have established Islam there with the help of a bloodthirsty flood. We have erased the signs of infidelity from the minds and have destroyed temples in those places and also all over Hindustan. Akbar followed his predecessor in this thought of its monarch should be ever intent in the on conquest, otherwise his enemies rise in armies against him as his empire grew. Figure 2.6 16. He increasingly uses political strategies to stabilize it. He entered into the marriage alliance with princes of neighboring kingdoms and welcomed Rajput and regional leaders into his court, abolished in the jizya and promoted the doctrine of Sudikul, literally peace with all or tolerance of faiths through interfaith dialogues, appointment of Hindu officials in high position and other bold reforms. Akbar expand and stabilize his empire, even gaining the support of many Rajput rulers. His court historian and biographer Abdul Fazal regarded him as stating, "Formally, I pursued men into conformity with my faith and deemed it Islam. As I grew in knowledge, as I grew in as I grew in knowledge, I was overwhelmed with shame not being a Muslim myself. It was unmeet and inappropriate to force others to become such, but constancy is to be expected from persuade converted people or compulsion. His long region lasted almost 50 years, 1556 to his death in 1605. While its middle period was relatively peaceful, the final 15 years involved French military campaigns in Kashmir, Sindh, the Deccan, and Afghanistan. Despite being illiterate, Akbar became keen to explore Persian and Indian texts and showed great interest in classical Indian thought and often invited scholars to his court. He established a house of translation at Faithpur Sikri, where he had major Sanskrit texts translated into Persian, including he had the Mahabharata, Rajmanama in Persian, and the Book of War, the Ramayana with 176 beautiful miniature paintings, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Panchatantra. Akbar's son Jahangir shared with his father a love of art and architecture and tried to expand the empire into Deccan. His son Shahjahan fought several rebellions and he is best remembered as the builder of the Taj Mahal at Agra. The Taj Mahal is even today recognized as one of the greatest architectural marvels of the world. This period formed the peak of immense flowering of art and architecture, which included building of Humayun's tomb in Delhi and Red Fort in Delhi and Agra. Other classical arts and music of India also flourished during this period, as also remarkable works of calligraphy and miniature painting. Aurangzeb. We mentioned earlier the frequent violent successes during the Sultanate period. This was repeated during the succession of Shahjahan, who fell ill in 1657. He visited the throne to go to Dara Shah, his eldest son, but Dara, younger brother, Aurangzeb defeated him in series of battles and eventually executed him, presenting his served head to to their father. Aurangzeb also removed his two other brothers he had, one arrested and executed and dropped the second into exile to prevent further challenge to his rule. Aurangzeb impressed his father Shahjahan in the Agra fort, where he remained until his death. Aurangzeb crowned himself emperor in 1658 and named himself Alamgir, or conqueror of the world. He ruled for almost 49 years. Aurangzeb, skilled in military matters, conducted many campaigns conquering parts of south, and particularly under figure 2.16 through constantly faced with significant levies, some of which will turn into in the next session. Aurangzeb had to spend in the last 25 years to his life fighting war after war, in maintaining large armies for those companions depleted the empire treasury and put a great strain on the administration. Indeed, his son, uh, this is often considered one of the key factors in the rapid decline of Mughal power after Aurangzeb's death in 1707. Aurangzeb, who belonged to Islam Sunni sect, was deeply religious. He had a stray life, and unlike Akbar, observed all religious rituals and occasions. He gradually banned practices he regarded unflamed, such as music and dance in his court, and reimposed the jizya tax on non-Muslims, as well as a pilgrimage tax on Hindus traveling to their sacred places, both of which had been abolished by Akbar. सो स्टूडेंट्स, अगर मेरा वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज़ इसको लाइक कीजिए, और कहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम है वो कमेंट में ज़रूर बताइएगा, मार्किंग देके। और ये अभी इसका इस चैप्टर का पार्ट 3 हुआ, अभी इसका पार्ट 4 भी आ गया इस चैप्टर का। इस बुक का नहीं बोल रहे हम, इस चैप्टर का जो कि है चैप्टर 2, इसका पार्ट 4 भी आएगा अभी। तो चलिए इसको शुरू करते हैं बाद में। और यहाँ तक ये हो चुका है, तो इसका पेज नंबर देख लीजिए, 43 तक है, और इसका स्टार्टिंग हुआ था 37 को, 37 से लेकर 43 तक हो चुका है। तो अब यहाँ से होगा पार्ट 4। चलिए इसको मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में पार्ट 4 के साथ में। तो बाय बाय स्टूडेंट्स, मिलते हैं जल्दी नेक्स्ट पार्ट के साथ में अभी वीडियो में। बाय।